Friends, hello, welcome back. Hope everyone's day's been going well. So today we're going to be talking about players we think could see upgrades in this week's roster update. We're also going to talk about probably just one player, actually, as far as we're concerned as guys. I don't think it's going to hit diamond. We're going to start off with it just to make things easy, because I know there's going to be a lot of talk about certain players. We're going to start with him too, and that's Brandon Woodruff. Now, it's still a good investment if you want to go down that route, but you have to be very mindful when it comes to Woodruff. He's 28, and up until last year, he was a 3.6 plus ERA type of guy. This year, he's been stellar. Last year, he was solid, but I just wonder, especially when it comes to pitchers, Sony, SDS, whatever you want to call them, they tend to be a lot more slow-paced, if you will, when it comes to upgrading pitchers. And I think it might be time to wait for him still. I think, if he continues to play well, maybe he goes diamond. But if he doesn't go diamond this week, that 4,800 might go down to like 22 or 2,300. You can pick him up then for even cheaper. Obviously, your own choice there. That's your own thoughts on a guy like Woodruff. He could go diamond. We could be completely wrong. But we're going to start off with Giancarlo Stanton. We're already seeing him at 7K. Stanton over the last couple weeks, he's got a 447 average, 4 dingers, 10 RBIs, and he's got 9 homers on the season, along with that 292 average. And it's important to remember Stanton was a former diamond at one point in time in this game, and for that reason, we could see him go diamond again. We do have to be careful, though, because we brought up the homers. He always has been a power guy. He's already at a 95 and a 99 on the power. How much more would that get boosted with 9 home runs on a season? I don't know if you see too much. I think you're depending more on the contact for him to go up a little bit, which, again, when you're batting 292, there's more than enough room for that. But it might just be a +1. Could be a +2. We'll see how they're feeling. Sometimes we got to remember, there's every single week's not guys getting diamond upgrades. Sometimes we just have the +1s, the +2s, and it's just a boring week. Being earlier in the year, I feel like we're going to still see some diamond upgrades because it is earlier in the year. They might just pull the trigger on guys a little bit quicker for that reason. We'll see, though. We will see. We're going to go on over to the Houston Astros, and we're going to talk about young stud Yordan. You know it. No, we're not. There's Yordan. I was looking for him. Yordan Alvarez, currently an 80 overall. Now, this guy's in an interesting situation. Now, eventually, I would imagine they're going to upgrade that defense. He's got some nasty hitting stats here. That card is just filthy. But I imagine we're going to see some defensive upgrades at some point in time there. He's just younger. When he gets some defensive upgrades, that's going to help his overall. But this is a guy that's batting 345 on a season, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. He's batting 400 in the last 2 weeks. Again, 4 home runs to go with it in that last 2 weeks. And he's just a young guy. These young guys do progress a lot quicker. He ain't going from an 80 overall to an 85 this week. There's no chance that's going to happen. But he is a guy that can start opening some eyes here. If he gets boosted that 82, 83 range, then you start to see him go from that, what is he, 1153, pretty much quick sell value right now. You could buy him for, and again, you could sell him right back and not have to worry about losing too many stubs. A very good low risk, high reward kind of guy. But he gets that 83 overall, and you might see him go up to 2K. You might see him go up to 3K, which, don't sound like much. That's doubling your stubs, though. So Yordan Alvarez, liking the look on Yordan there. We're going to go on over same division. We're going to go to the Anaheim. I'm calling them Anaheim still. It has been a solid, 10 years? It's the dang A. I got the big old A. That's what it reminds me of, Anaheim. We're going to the Angels. We're talking Jared Walsh. This guy should be a slam dunk for a gold player. He's currently 966 stubs. It's a sticky area, it really is, because there's 34 stubs in there, quick sell value, whatever. But, again, when he gets an upgrade, he might go for 1,100 or 1,200 stubs. So there's some room in there when you're looking, smaller budget guys. Not everybody's got a bunch of stubs laying around. You're trying to just build that stub balance. A guy like Jared Walsh could be a good guy to pick up here. Walsh, who, by the way, right now, taking a look at that season, has 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, and a 391 average in the past 2 weeks. And 2 stolen bags. Could see that speed go up a little bit here. And even more so, what has me really convinced about this guy, 8 walks in the last week. He's got a 426 on base percentage on the season. His plate discipline has been very, very good. His vision discipline, we could see some improvements in those areas as well. And again, it only takes a little bit. He's already a 79 and 80s, right around the doorsteps there. We're going to talk about one final guy here. We're going back to the potential diamond upgrades. Everybody loves them. And I think everybody's got a good idea where we're going here if you've seen the price, and that is Xander Bogaerts. Now, Bogaerts is, be honest, not a slam dunk for me. He's not. If this was let's see here, I know who we're thinking of, like a Carlos Correa, who's got the diamond fielding, I'd feel so much better about it. Or is Javier Baez, wherever in the heck he is these days, I'd feel so much better about it. But the thing with Xander Bogaerts is he's an 84 diamond hitting. This is a guy that's been hitting well this season. We're talking 348, 7 dingers, 20 RBI. I mean, it's there. The numbers are there. But he's already got the overall. He's already got the contact for those numbers. So when it comes to a guy like Xander Bogaerts, I think there's a chance he goes diamond, yeah. But I do not think the risk is worth the reward right here. At 9K, I mean, he'd go diamond, and he might only go for 9K. That is a very common thing. People overpay for the golds when it gets close to roster update day, roster update week or whatever. They overpay at that time, and then they go back down the second they come out. I mean, that is... Byron Buxton was 15K last week. Now, that was an exception. That's usually how it goes beginning of the year. If you get I guess a lot of Xboxers coming around here. For the most part, what you end up seeing for a lot of these guys, that first wave of diamonds, sometimes the second, but a lot of times it's the first. That's where you see the guys get the biggest price bumps. And then once you get to that second, that third, people start to understand how the upgrades work, and people start to, jump on a bandwagon. And guys, you really start to see them kind of fall back down to that anywhere from 8 to 12K range is what they'll end up selling for, at least until they get a bigger upgrade than an 85 overall. So I'm being very, very cautious with a guy like Bogaerts. I'm not going to buy him, honestly, at 9K. It doesn't seem worth it to me for that risk for the reward, especially because he doesn't get a gold. Guys, John, you're going to lose half your stubs. Plain and simple. So I'm being very cautious with a guy like Xander Bogaerts. But that's our upgrades and thoughts on guys that could potentially downgrade or not get an upgrade as well there. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.